What's goody? What's goody? Y'all talk to me. What's up? What y'all got going on? Do what? Do I ain't doing nothing, bruh. Just want to chit chat. I'm kind of bored, but I don't want to like not think about music. Maybe we could chat about like some tips, general discussion. If y'all got questions, I'm actually trying to get freaking Pro Tools to act right on my old computer. I need to export this session, but this joint ain't I don't know. It's already not working on the my new MacBook. It's a headache. Pro Tools has just been nothing but bad news since I got it. And I honestly wholeheartedly believe that, it would have worked out better now that I got a MacBook because everybody say Pro Tools works better on Mac. Yeah, all right. Can't even get this joint to open, dog. And it's like crashing on its own stock plugins. I'm like, yo, I don't got time to be trying to figure all that out. So, you know what I'm saying, man. Hey, what's going on, Jaron? Just on here chit chatting. Chit chatting, famo. Trying to go through my phone. I ain't been on my phone all day for real. I'm at my job. I can't use my phone. I work in a secret environment, so I gotta leave the phone in the car or leave it out in the hallway. So I just leave it in the car. I ain't trying to get my joint stolen or nothing like that. So uh you know. Just chilling right now. Really trying to get I got this session I need to export, but Pro Tools is being retarded, dog. Retarded. And it's not it's being funky. I'm about to check my stream right fast. Hey, what's up, Steve, brother? Jaron, what you been up to, bro? Oh, it looks like my stream's quality has gone up. I've been troubleshooting these settings, man. So I'm trying to provide as best content as possible. Oh yeah, the video. I've been thinking, what I'm saying, why don't I just record an actual performance with a camera? I feel like you'll get the best quality out of it. You know what I'm saying? I got a camera. You know what I'm saying? We can make it happen. Um, I feel like it'll be a little bit more professional. You know what I'm saying? What kind of new equipment you finna get? Let me sit up straight. Let me work on my posture. Matter of fact, I think I gotta charge my tablet up because I think I can control Streamlabs. This is all, what I'm saying, Stream Deck. And then I got the actual stream. I can stream from my phone or whatnot. Oh, dope. You getting the latest MacBook, like the M1 Pro, or you getting like the M1 like regular, or you getting like just getting a newer MacBook? Which one you get? Oh man, this is the best time to get you a program. That joint costs what? A lot of these prices is low right now, like super low. Or you can do subscription bundles, so you get you like Pro Tools, you pay like $20 a month. I think Persona Sphere you could pay like $15 a month for with Studio One and Persona Sphere. I'm not sure about Cubase. Ableton, I don't think they do so. They got like a pay to keep but I don't think they do like a subscription. There's even free stuff like Cakewalk by BandLab. You know what? I might have to get on Cakewalk because that's what I used to. That's how I first got started on actual recording, other than making beats. Is with when Cakewalk was formerly known as Sonar XX1, and that was a powerful dog. It came with everything. I didn't need no plug. I didn't need anything. I wanted for nothing when I had Cakewalk. I mean Sonar at the time. Now it's just called Cakewalk. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I use Studio One. I'm on Logic. I got Pro Tools. I even got Bitwig, which is kind of like Ableton. But Studio One is my main joint. I'm just very proficient. Well, at least I think I'm proficient. I get good results with Studio One. Oh, I get you. You make me look like I'm on TV. I get you. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Let me try and do this. Yeah. Is this thing even connected? Oh, it is connected. That's smart. All right, I'm about to switch. See, I'm about to see this thing work, bro. So I got this my close-up cam. Let's go to live screen. Oh yeah, I'm doing this all from my phone, brother. That's dope. That's sweet. Only thing is though, I can't see the chiz at. That's the only thing. Yeah, man. Steve, you know what's up. Sonar is on point. Yeah. Yeah. Well, oh, hey, thanks everyone for tuning in, by the way. I mean, if you got questions, let's chop it up. You want to talk about techniques, you want to talk about you know, how I do certain things or my philosophy on mixing or even mastering, I do some of that. Let me know. What's up, cousin? I mean, all my fam online. What's up? Everybody online. Steve, look, got Lil Steve, got Jaron. I think Jeff might or Eric might hop on. Eric usually hops on. I appreciate y'all for checking me out, man. But yeah, today is just like a random. I just got kind of bored. I don't really have nothing. I would have something to work on if Pro Tools would act right. That's what I'm trying to work through right now on my secondary computer. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Let's get the link up. Hey, what's up? Man, another family member. What's up, Carl? What's up, Deuce? Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. Everybody in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, what's up, Jeffrey? Yes, sir. Hey, man, that sidechain video, I think I think it was needed. I'm probably gonna do another one in the future because I've been trying to work on my my presentation and my the overall quality of my videos. But I hope that people would get something from sidechaining. Again, like I've said many times during the video, a lot of people just sidechain just to effectively move things around instead of making things feel cohesive. So I hope that helps you make decisions on plugins you might buy, techniques you might use. Um, I think my favorite is actually my most favorite or two most favorite side or doing the side chaining for the vocals to the on top of a beat and side chaining vocals to reverb or vice versa. I would just I would set up a mid side thing and just have the mid get knocked down while the sides exist. It makes a big difference. I think they still got the promotion going, Steve. But you really, I mean, like I said, you don't with Studio One, you honestly might not even need it, to be honest. All you have to do is set up the splitter tool. You could man, yeah, the splitter tool. You could do it like this. Set up a splitter on a track, that goes from that sets it up where it's mid side, right? You separate those, and then you put your compressors on your mid channel, right? Add an oh wait, let me digress. I digress. Let me do it. Why don't I just do it? Let me open Studio One up. Why don't I just do it? But I know, but you can create a similar thing here, and it's pretty fire. And you can do it with multiple compressors, or you can use the multi-band compressor. Now, I think people get it very like confused that the multi-band compressor is only for mastering. It's just a bunch of compressors put into one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree. I honestly don't even use. I don't even use my Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to get. It sucks trying to bounce between two different computers right now. I'm trying to open Pro Tools on my old computer, and that's not going well. But it is what it is. All right, so let's do what's a song? Let's go back to Dig Deep. Let's go back to Dig Deep since we've already heard that song. Yeah, we should. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Exact. Yep. You're right. Multi-band compressor. Fab Filters one is really great. Fab Filters one is great. I think it's just my personal bias on that particular GUI. I don't know why I don't like it. It's very flexible. I get good results. I just don't know why I don't like the GUI on that one. It's kind of weird. I think it's because it reminds me of an EQ too much. That's probably what it is. All right, so let's see. All right, I'm gonna switch you guys. Let me use my fancy app. Switch you guys to the live screen. Hey, that's fire, dog. That's pressure. All right, dope. Yeah, look, yeah, hey man. I mean, if you got an iPhone, we can do Apple. What that thing called, bro? FaceTime. We can do. I got what's that other one? It's a bunch. Facebook got the rooms. Twitter got the rooms. Um, man, what is it called, bro? WhatsApp. Yeah, FaceTime was. I think you got FaceTime on Android now, so we can just, we can run it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so let's talk about adding a splitter tool on the. So here's my reverb. Let me kind of just turn off the dynamics on this reverb real quick. So let's say I want to do mid side on my reverb here. The splitter tool is powerful. It's native in Studio One. So I'm going to add the splitter. Boom. Now we got a whole new window of how our plugins are routed. Okay. So I'm going to add the mix tool. Studio One's built a stock plugin. All right. I'm going to click it to open it. I'm going to say MS transform. All right. What that's going to do is turn the left channel to the mids and the right channel to the sides. All right. So now that my splitter's set up, oh wait, my splitter is, I might be confusing myself. Oh, here we go. Okay. Tai Chi is first, splitting it up left, mid side. And then I'm going to add on my splitter, I'm going to do channel split. All right. So what that means, left, you're only going to hear the middle. Right, you're going to hear everything on the sides. And then I'm going to add the multi-band compressor. You can add any multi-band compressor, but I'm going to go ahead and add the Studio One joint. And you can just drag it, drop it on that mid channel here. I think you can even name the different sides. I'm not sure. And you can split it up however many times you want, which is fire. But anyway. So Now that I've got that situated, let's take a demo and hear what's going on. Okay, so I'm already on the verse. Let's just listen to what's going on the sides. Oh wait, disregard that. Oh wait, and then you gotta, so you decoded it and now you gotta recode it with another mix tool to bring it back together. So that's the point of doing that mid-side transform. You change it, you take everything from the middle, put on the left channel, take everything on the sides, put on the right channel, and then you gotta recode it back to like stereo. So you just hit MS transform and it'll just bring it all back together again. So now it's gonna be everything. Yeah. And I'm just gonna increase the volume of this real quick just so we a drawback of the doing the splitter, somehow it loses gain. Let me make sure I did this right. It's a bit confusing. There we go. I had channel split, but that wasn't not the smart thing to do. All right, so what we were listening to just now um, was the I'm a little. I might be doing it wrong now, because essentially when I solo that mid band, it should be like mono. That's what we should be hearing. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, that's right. Somehow this plugin though, this might have been a bad example, y'all. It's not working out the way it should. Kind of weird. Well, the theory is you're supposed to split up the mid-size signal with and then bring it back together. And then what I was gonna do is use the compressor to sidechain the, let's see, multi-band and just sidechain the mid frequencies or the middle of the stereo image. But I don't know why it's. I honestly can't figure. I don't know why it's not logically. It's not like working out because the way it should be. Oh, that's not it. The way it should be. It should affect only the mid multi-band compressor. That's what I want. I'm gonna put that on the mid. Yes, sir. Or did I put? Did I not put it? No, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. I don't know why it's not recoding it back to what it should be. But we're gonna figure that out in a minute. Yeah. Either way, yeah, 'cause that should be the middle. Uh-huh. And what it should do is knock down all the stuff right here in the middle. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna act like the input. Let me change the input. Yeah. Might be a little bit more complicated than we thought, fellas. But anyway, you can do certain things like that with the splitter tool. I'm gonna keep it simple like that though. But oh, you can't hear the audio? Oh, that's my fault. Dang, I'm sitting here talking, bruh. You guys sure? I'm seeing the feedback. I'm seeing the audio come through. Yeah, interesting. What if I do this? Can you hear it now? Hold on. Can y'all hear that at all? What the? It's like literally showing me that it can hear all that. All right, give me 2 secs. What about that? That is so weird. All right, let me give me 1 minute to change my situation.
Master, damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write,
Oh,
I like.
I think I know why. I think I know why. It's because I got this doggone. RCO for all is great, but this thing will throw you off if you're already doing something else. No. All right. I'm gonna play it again. Let me know.
Master, damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up as I go along.
How's that? What in the world? Yeah, let me close out. I gotta close out an RCO for all. I think that's what it is. This thing is really screwing up everything. And like I don't even know how to like I want let me do oh I can't even find RCO for all in the damn oh thing. Yeah, RCO for all just messed that up, I think. But if y'all can hear it now, let me that's good. But I don't want to put on headphones though. Okay, straight. My problem is I need to turn this RCO for all thing off. Yeah, but I have no clue how to get rid of it. It's like you literally can't you can't like turn it off. All right, man. Whatever. Anyway, I don't care anymore. I do not care. As long as y'all can hear it, I'm good with it. I just got to make sure my volume is very low. Oh, how to turn off. Anyway, so anyway, y'all got any questions, bruh? Berdusky? I might as well put my headphones on because it's gonna get annoying trying to bounce between the two. Oh no, everything's a little tangled.
Fast.
All right. Ooh, I got a big question. All right. For long-term storage of a song's track, what is it that is independent of a DAW? Uh huh. Yes. Would I export the track? Okay, so for long-term storage of a session, would I export the stems? Yes. Or wave files? Yes. With effects or without? If you plan on, like, if the song's done and you plan on doing, keeping it for a long-term period for archiving purposes, I would have to say yes with effects. One version with effects, one version dry. Um, at full volume, I at a certain point, you if I would not. It depends on how you do it. So in Studio One, right, and I'll show you how Studio One does it. You can export, mix down, or I'm sorry, export stems. All right, which is also known as multi tracks. And there's two different ways, right? Tracks and channels. Channels is typically what you have your effects on, right? And so you can yeah, you can do it that way and then go back and then export the tracks. And that's just the audio on the track. That's not necessarily with the channels and the effects. Now, I'm not sure if doing it this way will keep the effects on there, but either way, on Studio One, all you have to do is just hit this off button. It'll just turn all the effects off, and then you can export. But I would export these as individual waves. Why would I do that? Because in the future we don't know if a session will be compatible. Like, let's say I'm Michael Jackson in the '80s. I made a session on Pro Tools or whatever they was using before, tape, right? Whatever. Um, the new software might not be able to understand the codec that the old session was in. So it's better to have those waveforms. That's why you always find at least the waveforms of sessions, because that's how they archived them. That was the best way to keep it, because it's pretty much universal. You can also, oh shoot, you can also consider, at least for Studio One, let's say you want to save you want to save that, right? You export your stems, make a stem folder, dry, wet, and then you can go to File, and now they got this cool feature where you can save as an AAF. So let's say you got to send it to somebody who's using Pro Tools later on down the line. Pro Tools, Logic, Studio One, and I think Cubase can read AAF files. It's like opening up, other than like plug-in data, at least the audio and the you can at least record. You can at least have the audio and automation that'll be saved. Okay. A capture session. I'm not sure. I think that's with a video, and you can save. You can convert to it the whole session to a zip file. So your Studio One session will be saved as a zip file. Boom, and you're good to go. Now, even if you don't have um, Studio One in the future or whatever happens, that zip file still contains the original audio clips, everything that you like. All the audio that was used, even like the stuff that wasn't used, unless you like cleaned out the cache or the removed the unused files, all that will be there. To see that, right, you can actually hit show media folder in your browser or whatever it is, and it'll show you exactly what files were kept. You can just use those. Let's see, you got your cache. It'll keep your cache, all your audio versions, images. I'm not sure. I think that's like the waveform. All your bounces. Like you can see, I did this. These are all the bounces of the like when I made changes to the actual audio files within the session. You know, I mean your save history. I mean, I recommend saving it multiple ways, and then again archiving that as one file. So and then storing it away somewhere. Um, yeah, wave files. I mean, wave files, anything like that's actual audio, probably the best way to go. Um, I did not record him. You know, it was when I was doing that whole campaign about using like doing a couple free mixes. He hit me up. He actually ended up paying me. But he recorded on his own, and I went with it. He actually has an understanding, or wherever he recorded, he had an understanding of how to record properly, how to perform well. So he's a great lyrical performer behind the microphone. So it worked out. He just knew what he was doing. And I do my edits, and it just that's my job to take it to the next level, you know what I mean? Yeah, yep, exactly. Print the effects. So let's say I got a reverb. A good one reason, okay, so the one main reason why we don't put reverb directly on tracks is because of all the processing like compression and all the stuff that might affect that reverb, and it might just be too much on the actual track itself, right? So we send, this is an effect send, right? So I got my reverb here, and then all these tracks or whatever tracks that I pick are going to this reverb, correct? So why are we doing that? So that we have dry signal, untainted signal coming through, and then the reverb is the added ear candy, right? Another benefit, and you can blend it in on that track. You don't have to like do it on each individual track. The benefit of having it, another benefit for exporting purposes, is you can actually export this channel. So this is why we talk about exporting channels. Let me see, file export or song export stems. See, you can see that channel right here. It's not necessarily a track, but it's a channel. And so when I export that channel, it'll export the reverb by itself. And then let's say some guy later on down the line wants to turn it up. He can just turn up that audio file, and it'll be right as if he had the reverb plug-in right then and there. You know what I mean? So it's very useful to have those, even delays. I have the delays here, export that, good to go. Um, oh wow. Wow, that's crazy, Steve. I didn't know it was that invested in Sonar with the Waves plugins. That's actually kind of incredible. Oh yeah, all right. Hey, yeah, Steve. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Hey, welcome to the stream again. Once again, y'all. Thank you for. I see. I got. This is actually quite a few folks up here right now. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it? What's up? Y'all got questions? Y'all interested in knowing what I got going on? Y'all let me know. I can give feedback or I can give whatever tips. I'm far from being a veteran in the game, but I'm trying to get there, and I do know a few things. You know what I mean? So, Deuce, you know what I'm saying? I do think that being in the actual studio is beneficial. Um, One, because there's nothing like the experience of being in a real booth, a real treated booth. You walk in there, it's game time. There's nothing like the experience of being behind a mixer board and being able to just, on the fly, do throw up the faders and do all that. Oh shoot, I'm hitting buttons, dog. Damn. Um, my bad. Throw up the faders and apply things here and there, and then be able to effectively communicate with the artists in the booth. It's nothing like it. And the things in a commercial space, the amount of stuff you can do, like it's not everybody's going to be able to put Asperger's in their room, the 15 inches, the big speakers, and then mount them in their wall in their house, unless they got it like that. Those are what, 15,000 a pair. If you have a commercial space, you'll get that quality, those big old speakers, and then and that's, we're talking about 15,000 a pair for the speaker. We're not talking about the amp. We're not talking about the mounting. We're not talking about the connectors. You know what I'm saying? But either way, it's just certain things on a larger scale you can get in a real studio, and the experience, the vibe that an artist can get in a real studio. Now, home studios have advanced to where we don't need these big old consoles or these giant speakers. We got these nice not these in particular, but we have really high quality headphones that you can get for a fraction of the $15,000 cost. You can get a small like DAW controller that looks like a mixer board. A SSL costs you what? At least the one I want would cost me about 20K. I can get a little fake one, not a fake one, but a one that acts like a real one, and then control the software for 1,000. I can get speakers that sound great for a fraction of the cost of the large ones, and I can get a microphone. The thing that people neglect is the how do I say it? Room treatment, area treatment. You don't even have to treat your whole room for the most part, kinda. Don't quote me on that. For recording purposes, you need a space where reflections are minimal. You don't have too much going on in the background. You and you have acoustic treatment in the room. Me, I built mine. I have 24 by 48 things of rock wool and fabric that I built on my own, and my room sounds tremendously better than it would without it. Because this room is actually pretty large. It goes all the way over there, and I got a whole nother section over there where the microphone and stuff is. You know what I mean? Um, but there's always something to say about knowing what you're doing. Even if I remember my first time behind the board in a real studio, I did not do well because I was so used to working in FL Studio and software that I could not, like, I didn't have the real world experience of like, dang, what if one of the channels is imbalanced, or what if I'm not getting signal? How do I set that up on the board? It looks intimidating. These boards are huge. It looks like a billion buttons and knobs, you know. And then what if, I'm not sure about what mic to pick, because these studios have a billion different kind of microphones you can choose from. It's just, it really depends on what you got going on. And so I say all that to say this: your skill is just as important as the gear that you use, if not more. And I say that because I get great mixes out of my setup. Most of it's in the box. I have a little bit of outboard gear, but I get great mixes not because I have the gear, it's because I know what I'm doing with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my spiel on it. You know what I'm saying? The vibe would be dope to be in a real like commercial space, but you can get it done in a home studio also, and then send out, your audio to to a professional mixer or to a professional mastering engineer. Um, a lot of people are doing that now because it's just more cost effective to have your own stuff. Take all the time you need to get it wrong or get it right, and then send it to your engineer. That's what I'm trying. That's what I am for people. So like Kai Snow, he was paying hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to be in a studio that did not cater to his what he needed. You know what I mean? He wanted to get the takes right. He didn't want to be auto tuning the entire time. He wanted to actually like listen to how his performances were. But the engineer was so pressed for time and so pressed for just getting that check. He didn't put in as much. He wasn't as serious as Kai was. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the drawbacks of going to a studio. Let's say you only pay for 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours of studio time. It does. People don't realize if you're not prepared, you're not gonna bang out 6 songs in 4 hours. It's almost impossible unless you really are ready for that. Because you got to go back, listen to the takes, move on to the next thing, and let's hope your engineer is fast. Okay, so it really depends. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, I mean it really depends. If you can record yourself, great. If you know how to record yourself, that's even better. And with Mark J, if he did it at home, and the results that we got is the fact that it was more helpful for him to know how to record than for me to, know all these tricks to mix it. It really took me very little effort to just clean it up here and there, throw the effects on there, maybe nudge it here and there to get the vibe right, and then boom, that mix was done within a week. So if you can record good, it saves us the headache for sure. Yeah. Okay, so lately I've been using tonal balance control. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. I use it all the time. I use it all the time. Let me switch back. Let me switch back to the live screen. It's on almost every session. If I can get it to come up. Oh, there it goes. It's on my. Yeah. It's always there. I haven't really imported. The cool thing is you can import other songs that you like and use those curves, but I find that this gives me like in the middle, like this is, it might not be Cardi B's song, but this is what hip hop would sound like in these frequency ranges. And yes, 100%. 100%. And what speakers you got, Jeff? I wish the chat would show up on this app. I gotta be awkward and look over there. JBLs, the 8-inch ones. Oh, 1980s. Whoa, you got the OGs. Yeah, I mean if they still rocking, then maybe have to change out the cones here and there, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of it is also knowing your speakers too. The cool thing about some of the newer brands of speakers is that they have onboard like DSP, digital signal processing. And I know, and so I'm currently mixing on Cali Audio IN8s, which is a 3-way monitor. But before I was using the 8-inch, the OG PreSonus Aries. I have them sitting over there in the corner. And what I found was they were very bright. The tweeter is nice and pristine, but it was a little bit too bright. So I was mixing, and then my room wasn't treated very good. So I was mixing my high end very quietly. So by the time I get to the car, everything sounds dull. It sounds like, dang, that sounds muddy as hell. But I didn't understand my speakers and I didn't understand my room. So yes, having tools like this, SonarWorks could help. Ideally, you just want to treat your room as best you can. If not anything, at least get bass traps and then work your way up. Bass traps is probably the biggest problem you could face with the bass buildup, especially with large speakers. Those bass frequencies can make everything sound funky. Yep. So yeah, it really and it points of reference. You don't just listen in your room. You take it to the car. You put it on your sound bar. You put it on your headphones. I got one, two, three, four sets of different kind of headphones. I got the open backs. I got two closed backs. I got two closed backs, two open back headphones, and then I got some AirPods, and that's how I check. And then my phone. Believe it or not, you play it on the phone. It's like, dang, that don't sound right. Or the certain sounds are getting lost because mono or what's it called, mono compatibility, where things are too far spaced out that you lose everything in the middle. Yep, yep, yep. A lot of it also, there was a guy that posted on Instagram about how to EQ the relationship between a kick and a bass. I think my only criticism about those posts is people are doing these mix tips, but they're not calling it what it is. They're like, hey, just EQ this and then do that. That'll make it sound better. But they're not educating people on what it is. So what he was doing was knocking down, like EQing out the frequency where the kick was on the bass and then vice versa on the kick, basically making room for the kick using EQ. But he didn't call it anything. It's actually called frequency masking. So, the education part, I think, is what is lacking with people trying to, quick mix tip, do this, do that, but they're not saying what it is and exactly why. They're just telling people to do random stuff. Some of it is BS all over Instagram. Yes, it is very. I'll show you why. And this all goes into frequency. This is what I learned. This all goes into frequency masking. So at the end, matter of fact, let me just turn this off. And then I'm going to go to, let's say I go to my instrumental. Let's see. Leave that alone. Pro EQ. Oh, my screen is weird. I didn't do it on that one. Better Maker. Okay. So I typically, right? All right, let me just use a graphic EQ to make it make sense. Or did I do it here? I didn't even do it there. I'll just do it here. So the beat has low frequency content, right? Two things you want to be aware of. I feel like anything below 50 hertz needs to be mono, and the roll off needs to start at least at 20 hertz. Because with frequency masking, number one, if you have super deep bass, right, That'll affect your limiter because lower frequencies tend to be stronger. That's why we need bass traps in our room. Not only does it apply in the real physical aspect, it applies when plugins listen to that low end, right? So here's what happens, and I'll show you. If you'll see, as a matter of fact, let me just pull up a fresh Pro Q3. I think it'll demonstrate it a bit better. You know what? Forget that. Even better. I got a plugin that I should have been using more. All right, so Melda Productions. I love Melda Productions. They got a whole free bundle, and you can unlock the features for $30. I'm talking about 37 plugins, even an auto tune plugin. And all you gotta do is pay $30 for that bundle to unlock like the rescalable and all this other extra stuff. But anyway, there is a preset that shows. Oh, that's not it. There's a preset that shows like the range, right? The ranges of where everything should be. Oh, here we go. I'm messing up. Areas. Okay, let's talk about. All right, here we go. I think that's a good one. Frequencies. Let's try. Yeah, let's just go with frequencies. I hope y'all can see that. So this is sub bass, bass, low mid, mid, high mid, treble. All right. So what's happening here? I would typically roll off everything below 20 hertz, and I think this stops at 20 hertz. Let's check out. Let's listen to the. Let's look at how it shows up on the analog.
Master, damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smile.
And you see that low end is much more like it doesn't seem like it because we feel bass frequencies more than we hear them, right? So what I'm saying is this. I wish I could make this a little bit more easy to see. Okay, here we go. Let me go down to 120. All right.
Master, damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up as I go along.
So bass and sub bass. So by the time all that low end makes it to the limiter hears the low end first. That's why, especially in hip hop, you'll see the limiter mostly responding to what the kick and the snare, or the compressor will smack all that stuff down and it'll sound like everything's, louder. Okay. So that's one reason why I think we should treat low end frequency, because even though it looks like it's rolling off, it's still a very powerful frequency. Your limiters and compressors will hear that. All right. Now, the other thing is frequency masking. More often than not, you got harmonics. You got to think of it in harmonics, right? So let's say I got a 20 hertz. I think in increments of whatever, it'll always be that. So let's say I got a really strong 20 hertz frequency. The incremental harmonic of that, or the equal harmonic at the upper range, will be masked. So it'll sound like there's no high end, right? So if I knock down that low end, or at least roll it off, it will clear up the mix. And I'll show you why that is real quick. All right. And hopefully you can hear the difference. Let me know if y'all can hear this. Did y'all hear that music, by the way? Let me know and I'll run it. I'll just loop this. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, straight. Let me go ahead. So cool thing about Pro Q3 is You can make it full screen. This is probably the only EQ I know of that you could do that with. I'm gonna turn this to natural phase. That's probably the better one to use. It's just the processing is better. So listen to what happens to the audio as a whole when I roll off that low end. You'll start to notice that the high end becomes more pristine. Check it out. Oh wait, is this thing even on? Is it even on? Turn it on, bro. All right, yeah, turn that thing on. Let's go. Now you hear that kick. Now you can hear the kick come through a little bit because now we're unmasking it with from the lower, more powerful frequency. But now you hear that other things are being more revealed as we're getting rid of those more powerful frequencies. And you can call it whatever you want, but this is where we get our tonal characteristics from. Is it sounds too thin, it sounds too bright, it sounds too muddy. Now let's say I want to knock down, I think right here was pretty good, 38. I'll probably bring that back up to bring some life back a little bit right at this cutoff. Now it sounds a little bit more controlled. But why would it still sound muddy? There's frequencies in usually around 200 and between 300 and 400 where things start to sound boxy. That's just how things work. And you can clean that up by just listening. Sorry. Oh, I gotta do this. I'm trying to do it with my mouse, but it's like, it's not working out. It's not working out. Hold on. All right. You hear that kind of ringy boxiness? Let's say I start cleaning that up. Now it just created a nice little, it revealed a lot of what's going on around it because it's not so intrusive. This is another thing of frequency masking. We're reducing the frequencies that are problem causing or the frequencies that may be masking the rest of the signal to sound more or less pristine or not. You can continue to do this. I kind of already did it, but this is just another example how. And so I typically would do it like that. Now, there's other ways to do it. Let's say you have a little bit of stereo information going on, like mid-side. You can turn this into, and I think a few EQs do it. I'm going to turn this into side mode, and I want to tell this thing to say, hey, I don't want to hear anything on the sides unless it's above 100, let's say 200 hertz, right? This will also clean up, the signal because now you've got a more controlled bass in the center. And a way to check that with Pro Q3 is just to hit the little headphone button. I can barely hear that, but there is some low end in the sides. So yeah, I kind of let's just make it 120. Now just listen, I'm gonna turn it on and off. I don't know about you, but when I had that side controlled and Everything below that side threshold, everything like the sub and the kick, all that sounded much more focused. You know what I'm saying? Now, sometimes that might not be desirable. You might want to start at 45 or 40 because there are some synth basses that go on the side. So you might just want to tighten up the sub lows here. And you still get a nice, tight, controlled sound. But and more often than not, your mid frequency will sound that much more powerful without losing, too much craziness. So back to, let me just go turn that off. So back to, let's say I got a mixed bus compressor. Let me just throw on a simple one. Actually, let me throw on I'll throw on a bus compressor here. Let's see, what's one that has like a big GUI? I'll just use the T-Rax one. All right, so, So, low end frequencies, right? Very powerful, okay? These are going to be my normal settings, and I'm going to do this. And you're going to see, I think I'll make the release 6, the attack 10. And I'm not going to mess with the high pass. You're going to see what the compressor reacts to. It's only reacting to them kicks, right? Because that's the most powerful frequency. The lower, even though the snare is smacking peak value wise and perceived loudness wise at the at a similar level, regardless of that fact, lower frequencies are naturally just more powerful than higher frequencies. But you can see I had to dial it way back in order for it to even respond to that kick, right? So 2 things we can do. We can go ahead and roll off that low end there ever so slightly. I'll just start it at 30. And what that's going to do is, I even got the limiter. I put the limiter before the doggone, what that's going to do is tighten that up so that it doesn't, those super sub lows, 20 and below or 30 and below, they don't affect the compressor too much. You don't get this pumping and it's undesirable, right? Now, I'm gonna turn the compressor off, and you're gonna see how. I'm gonna turn the EQ off. You're gonna see how much more that thing is responding. It's not much more, but you can see that it does respond a lot more to that low end. You see that? Whereas it was way over here, it's more like 2 dB, 2 or less than 3 dB of gain reduction after rolling off that sub low. Compressors can hear that. Now, let's say I didn't want to do that. I kind of want to leave the tone natural. A lot of these compressors have high pass filters now. And you can tell the compressor to ignore those super sub lows. So I'm going to tell it to listen to only like 60 and up, okay? See that? So that's the idea of how to keep low end in mind. Definitely, you can do what you want. You can make some of it stereo, but I think anything below 45 should be mono. The upper bass frequencies, I think you can mess with those and make those stereo, which will ultimately make it sound bigger. You know what I mean? Anything below that, I think sub bass, yeah, maybe below 50. That should just be mono. It's no point in making that stereo, and definitely don't put no reverb on that joint. I don't know why that's a running joke around here, but anyway. Yeah, man, y'all got any other questions? Let me know. Let me know. We are here. Oh man, there's YouTube. All you got to do is search audio mix tutorials, or I think specifically, depending on what DAW you pick up, you look for tutorials and Facebook groups for that DAW. The one thing that helped me the most was definitely some Facebook groups, because not only did they give me tutorials or they helped me understand the DAW, but like when I had issues, these are real world experiences. Like right now, I'm going through this thing with Pro Tools, man. I don't know how to get it to just turn on. And there are people like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this? Did you do that? Whereas there's not a lot of YouTube videos that will cater to me real time. You know, it's just, YouTube for sure. I go on to, what's it called? HST Studio One support group. That's my favorite group. Even so far down as to like my interface, my Antelope Audio users group. It's all over for sure. Okay, I would EQ first. Well, this is me. This is me. I would EQ. Sorry, I would EQ first, depending on what the vocal is. So my first EQ is always the problem fixer. I would EQ I would cut everything off or low shelf everything below like 100, depending on the vocal. Cut out, like, listen to the bad frequencies, cut those out, and then that's that. And that's how I had started, because when I first was using, when I first got Studio One, I really didn't have any plugins. So what I would do, and here's an example right here. I did all my cuts here. I got rid of all the stuff I didn't like, or dynamically controlled it with an EQ. And then I compressed it. So the reason I do that is when you're compressing, right, and this is in my mind, when you're compressing, the intent is to compress and then level match for loudness or leveling. If you compress first, in my opinion, and you don't clean it up, you don't clean the vocal first, you're gonna compress all the bad stuff with the good stuff instead of just bringing up the good stuff. And a lot of these compressors, like these emulations, they respond tonally to the vocal. So if you got like a LA2A, which is normally like mid forward, and you got this honky mid, it's gonna bring that out. It's gonna bring it out for sure. So I would EQ, clean it up, compress for level, and then here I go. I EQ'd again to see. And as you can see, I think this compressor in particular has a lot of like mid range presence. So I had to knock that out, and then I had to bring it up, and clean up some of the harshness. Okay, so I'm always like doing these adjustments, and then I de-essed it. And my process is not always the same, but this is I typically start with some type of cleaning first. Okay. And then that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And then it really depends. Sometimes I might even DS first. Depending if it's like a very sibilant vocal, I will DS the crap out of it first so that I can hear what might be the problem. Because at that point, if I notice that there's a lot of sibilants, my mind's gonna be focused on that sibilance and trying to do all these notches when actually I should just knock it down level wise with a de-esser and then fix the rest of the problems. So vocal writer. Okay, that's also a good one. So if I was to use a vocal writer or auto volume type of thing, I would probably put that before the next compressor. So I would get rid of all this bad stuff, put the vocal writer to make sure that the level is consistent all the way through, and then throw it into compressor for tone and level and gain. All right. And that's just how I would do it. For hip hop, I would clean the vocal, then put auto tune. A lot of people put auto tune first, but I think auto tune responds to frequencies differently if you've cleaned up the stuff that you want to be heard, right? So let's say there's like some really crazy honkiness at what 1K. Auto tune will hear that and tune the crap out of it, and it might sound a bit weird because you didn't take care of that first. It really depends. Yeah, man. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm just talking. It's really a Q&A, you know what I'm saying? People asking, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Yeah, we got to link up. We got to link up. What time is it? Oh, I've been on an hour? Gee whiz. Most of it was trying to figure this stream out for real. Yeah, fam, we need to link up ASAP. So would I put DS? Yes, I would. Sometimes it works out where I don't need it. I might DS enough. So let's say I got a DS that where there's two different situations, okay? Let's say I got a DS where, initially let's just clean it up. Boom, now I got everything going right, okay? Actually, there's three situations. So the first one, DS first, EQ first, or EQ then DS. And then at the end of everything, maybe DS one more time, so that, because I brought up all this air, it might need to be more controlled, right? Excuse me. Just like how I did here, I put my de-esser at the end. Okay. So, and I think this is a little bit of a form of DS, and I only DS right here at this problem frequency. So I DS that, got rid of all the bad stuff again, and at the end, just did another DS to keep it under control. Because you see what I did here? I brought these highs up, and the S's get intense, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. I mean, you could there's multiple ways to go about it, but I will give you aviated. I will give you the most effective way to have a crisp, clean vocal is to record it that way. And that's what I try to preach these artists. It's like, learn how to control your S's on the mic. And if you can't really get that control, there are techniques that your engineer should know that'll help you. Like, for example, I'm here in front of the vocal. I'm directly in front of it. So my S's are strong. A good engineer, if they know that you're not really good at controlling your S's, they'll be like, okay, let's turn it off axis. Let's point it down here or up here. Because now your S's are going past the microphone's capsule instead of directly into it, freaking abusing the capsule, right? So now I have my S's. I can do all my S's, but it's not being the loudest thing picked up on the microphone. It's microphone placement. You can even point it at your chest to kind of catch, the body of your vocal. It's multiple ways to do that, but I think recording it on the input well first is important. And having the right vocal chain on the way in is important. That's why people love the UAD system, because you can set your you can put your nice little saturated channel strip on there, your preamp and whatever. And that's another reason why I got the antelope thing, because I can have my 1073, I can have my distressor or whatever, my LA2A right there on the thing, and I got a vocal chain that sounds good on the way in. You feel me? Oh yeah, I'll go back to Jeff's third part of the question, or second part. Don't be afraid to DS a lot, and don't be afraid to mess with the settings until you get your result. Okay, so like this here, I got this thing responding at 37.9 dB below, unity. Why is that? Because I want the S to be level or at a level where it doesn't sound harsh. So if you have to DS, if this meter goes way over here, it's gonna DS it to where it's necessary. You feel me? So let's see, maybe I can demo this here.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered.
If it takes 8 dB or 10 dB of S reduction, then that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna happen. And then, like, as you can see, I got my buses set up. If you start sending things to reverb, sending things to doublers, to stereo wideners, it's gonna become a problem. So you want to control it as much as possible.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter.
But you see, and that's why I implore people to buy decent de-essers. I think de-essers or this is just a multi-band compressor. Right, it does remove clarity. If you set it right and then level match it back, you can get the clarity back. So like this gentleman's voice is already in the upper register, so his S's and everything, past like 5K are very high. But in order for me to get it right, I had to do this.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered.
Like you can see that the natural tone is already big for his S's. And I wanted my air back. Let me go ahead and get rid of the de-esser.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open.
Oh wait, I think I already got another de-esser going. Yeah, hold on. I got de-essers all over the place, man.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked.
But you can hear that, right? We got to get it under control. So the reason why you de-ess and then bring it back up is for that reason. Because now that you got it controlled, you can afford to raise your high end about 6 dB like I did. You know what I mean? You can bring that back.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter. Cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter.
It was just necessary. So another way is the tried and true way of going in, zooming in to your audio, and if you have to. I'm not a fan of doing it because I'll be working on like multiple songs at a time.
I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is.
Wait, where is it?
I told you I'm digging deep.
Like right here, you can just clip gain it. Boom. You can either chop it in Studio One, hit X to get your crossfades, and then bring it down.
You I'm digging deep.
Oh, I think I did the wrong one. It's right here. Sorry, I didn't zoom in good enough. But you can see the S's here. You can see the S's. These weird. I don't know how to describe it, but this is sibilance. This is what it looks like.
Deep. Deep.
And you can do that. I'm not a fan of it. I should do it more because it sounds a little bit more natural. But these de-essers are so good, and I just don't have the time. But anyway, you can go in there and do it all through the performance, or you can use a really good de-esser and just knock it down and then bring the air back up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, opto compressors are usually good on vocals. That's why everybody loves the LA2A for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Aviated, you can do that also. I mean, that's pretty much what we do, what I've done. So I've got all my individual vocals doing whatever, you know what I'm saying, TDSer everywhere. Everything pretty much had the same chain, minus like a few of them, right? And so I have a parallel channel. I should have named these, but I have a parallel channel here. This is the distinct from Kive Audio. It's based off the stay level. I mean, not the stay level, the overstayer. And I've got the brightness up an extra what? Oh, damn, what did I have it at? Can't remember. I had it at a little bit over 2 dB. And that brought back not only added some harmonic saturation, I brought back some of that glisten to the audio. So I'll play it and then you'll hear the difference. I'll play it and then turn it off.
Deep. That means even in the
Actually, let me mute the beat.
deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to
And then I'm gonna mute it.
deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pocket.
So not only did I saturate it, I brought some of that air back in. And look, I did high pass it. Same thing with even with my doublers. I focused it higher than 295 and just blended it in. So now I got the shimmer on each side for spreading it out.
That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far
You see?
for you to reach. I'll be lounging
And I just blended that in underneath the vocal.
deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beat.
And that just makes it feel wider. It really is how you put it in to taste, you know what I'm saying? And then at the end, I got another de-esser. And this de-esser is mainly for because this is my vocal bus. So when these background vocals come in, he's doing his dubs, those S's get intense. So I got the link not linked to 0 so that whether it comes in left or right, it gets knocked back and then leaves the other side alone. And then this one is just an overall, presence control because I did boost again another 3 dB on the Amit console right here at 17K. You know what I'm saying? So and these are all, you see, these are not very big moves here. 1.6, 2.3, 1.9 shelf, negative shelf. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about getting it, working it, massaging it. A lot of people try to just smack it down right away. Some things like those S's, sometimes you got to smack those down. But the rest of it, you got to kind of massage it through. So
Deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and
even right now, I might have that de-esser a little bit going.
deep.
Yeah, I might have it too much.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something,
But you see, it engaged more when those sides came in, just to keep that under control. You know what I mean? Yeah, no problem, Jeff. Okay, the British Class A, very smooth. Yep. Soft tube harmonics. Oh, wait. So you put all that on the channel, Aviated? What's up, Tina? What's up, girl? Oh, okay. I was about to say, bro. Yeah. Right. Are you sure you need that harmonics plug-in after the VCL? Because on the British Class A, isn't there a doggone, whatchamacallit? A drive knob for its own, like you can go bright saturation or second order and third order harmonics. You might not even need that, but if you're getting the right tone from it, then by all means. But I was just curious. That purple M77 is a beast. I love it. I think do I have it on this? I usually have it on. I probably didn't do it on this one because I was using the Distinct as a my side chain. I mean my parallel saturator or whatever. Yeah, I didn't even use it. That 9000, 100%, one of my favorites. I bounce between the 9000 and the Amex, so the 9099. I have on my R&B artist Kai, I did use the SSLG. It's a bit more R&B ish to me. Yeah, man. I mean, shoot. That's pretty much the gist of it. I try not to have too many plugins. If I notice I got more than like, unless it's like some special processing going on, if I got more than like 5 to 6 plugins on the track, I'm probably doing something wrong or there's something going on where I really needed to work on it and I probably should just send it back to the artist to say re-record that mess. You know what I mean? All right, Jeff, take it easy, brother. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this helped you for the future, bro. Matter of fact, I need to get all this back to normal. I'm sad my mid side example didn't work out. Kind of disappointed in that. I'm starting to regret getting this 16 gigabyte of RAM MacBook, but it seems to be managing fine. Maybe I'm just paranoid. I need to get rid of these meters. Turn this back on. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That CL1B is very touchy. And it sucks because it's such an expensive plug-in bundle, or it's just an expensive emulation that it sounds like the real thing, but it does not act like the real thing, which is so disheartening. Like I always try to do, I only got it right one time, and it was like the compressor was barely working. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's try it here. Let's try it here. So let's go. Let's get the so the industry standard right now is a 1073. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the only thing I don't like about this one, it adds noise to the channel. I don't even know how to turn it off. But anyway, it still sounds good. So 1073, add a little bit of high end, get some of that 300 and 400, yeah. And then maybe shelf off some of that low, everything below 110, and then cut off everything below 90. Add a little bit of character. And let me go ahead and pull up that what's that thing called, bro? CL1B. What? What? I don't have it? Maybe I'm just not typing it right. Yeah, it's in there. I'm gonna get that version 2 though. Version 2. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's funky. So let's see how it sounds.
And deep. That means even in the hole, I still.
I ain't gonna lie though, this even though they got that noise or whatever going on this plugin, this is one of the better sounding 1073 plugins I've heard. Anyway,
And deep. And deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig.
like it's so intense, man. So intense.
And deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and
It really responds to like the ahs and the ohs, like the
and deep.
vowels.
That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets
You
just
know,
to find
I
something.
need to try
But
that.
right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter. Cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter. This book is being written by a master. Damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up often. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken.
So one of my buddies, he actually mixes for I think he's mixing for Jordan Sparks right now, and he did one for Tamar Braxton. And he makes sure that the CL1B is compressing down to between 5 and 7 dB. And I'm like, yo, whoa. But he does it. But then what his trick is to bring up the output volume back up so it doesn't sound like it's pumping.
Deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter. Cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter. This book is being written by a master.
This thing is just so touchy, but you can get there. Let's hear how, I think I took out too much low end too. Yeah, right. Yeah, I probably did.
And deep.
Maybe I should add
That
it.
means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on a cheek.
So let's hear it in a beat.
Digging deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something.
You really got to tweak it. You got to like spend the time. Try attack at 2. Let's see. 2. You said attack at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Release at 10 o'clock.
Deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks.
Yeah, it pumps. It definitely is pumping. Like I feel like for some reason it's giving me like it's incomplete. But whatever settings I had just now though, I think that sounds much better. Oh, I don't know if did you guys notice that we got new stuff on these Softube plugins? Look at this. So check this out. Maybe I don't need to level match. I just hit
deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter. Cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter. This book is being written by a master. Damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up often. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that this should mess with the what you call it. I mean, I've never owned a CL1B, so I wouldn't know. I only go about if it sounds good or not. You know what I mean? But yeah. So what Aviator just said was the output volume actually affects like the harmonics of it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan. Maybe if I back off it was not at 4. Oh, let's try it. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then put this thing on foul. All right, let's see.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered.
It really doesn't do anything but turn the volume up. You're right.
Deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just.
Now, one that I think does sound good though, for sure, is let me see. For some reason that fat channel is actually really good. The fat channel is really good. It's just limited. I wish it had more like control. Where is it? I mean, it has the same controls. I also wish I could make the GUI better.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole.
I don't know what I'm putting this on. Hold on. Good thing Studio One has like this peak thing where it tells you what you're doing. Okay, put that on 4. Go ahead and put this back down to 20. I think, wait, the other one's at 18. Yeah, right around there. Let's go. Yeah. And then 10 o'clock.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked.
I wonder if those default settings was because these are
digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and
this one just sounds good to me. It like doesn't sound
digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked.
the threshold. Oh, I also got it. I didn't change this back to 4.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But
Yeah,
right
you're right.
now
I have to basically go down past or closer to 30.
digging deep. That means even in the hole I.
But you know how it go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the life I live so far. Any other questions, bro? Or anybody on the stream? Oh, looks like the audience has dwindled a bit. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. We could chop it up some more. I really would like a real CL1B though. I wish that there were companies that would make clones of it. I need to find one. Yeah. You know I think they sell it as a plugin now. The Fat Channel. You can get it on Plugin Boutique, and I think you can get it because there's not many CL1B plugins out there. There's this one, the soft tube one. I think that's it. I think that's it, brother. Wow, not many. I think they've really got that. Like Waves has the EQs, but they don't have the CL1B, which is mind-boggling. Like why, out of all the plugins they've come out with, they don't have the CL1B to complement the EQPs and the Puig text. You know what I'm saying? I did want to talk about Melda Productions. They actually have impressed me. They were one of the Like they were one of the few plugin companies that I own that really tried to like really get their plugins to be compatible with the new Macs. I have no issues with any of those plugins. Like if that was all I had, I would go with the Melda Audio stuff. Their multi-band saturator has actually won for me. It's won over the what's that one company? Fab Filter one. It's actually won, and I'm like, this shouldn't sound better because Fab Filter is Fab Filter. There it is. I'm trying to look for this stuff. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's take a look at it. Let's look it up. VCL4. Oh wait, not Gearspace. I want to go to their website. Excuse me. Ugh, sleepy. Oh, I didn't know they came out with a channel. Man, I'm a channel strip fiend. Don't let me find out. What? Damn. Let me go ahead and move on before I get caught up. And it's only $30. Y'all tripping, bro. Get out of here. $30 for real? Yo. Where VCL? Where you at, brother? Oh, okay. What is this? Oh, this is Opto 14 days. Not bad. Now, my question is it M1? It is. Look at that. See, it's weird how the small companies are already like ready to go. Like Plugin Alliance, I get because it's more than one company making plugins for Plugin Alliance, but some of those other companies, like why? Let's see. Let's go ahead and download it. Make up a password. What? What? Oh, I gotta sign up. Oh, it's 4, dude. Okay. I don't know if that worked or not. Oh, my password's not big enough. All right. We in there. All right. So I don't have any licenses. Let's go back to plugins. Oh, I got you. Okay, I feel you. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. I misunderstood you. Let me go ahead and get rid of that. Yeah, man. Super cool. What's another? I think I got a few tube saturators. Like, let's just do it on the mix bus here. So I got the I don't know. Let's see. Tube. All these tube things. There's some of the audio stuff is pretty good. Oh yep, I got this thing. I think I like the dynamic section. That thing makes stuff so level, bro. Like easy.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach.
Yeah,
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now.
listen how clean that transformer is.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets.
I like how they made their GUI scalable because I am blind.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter, cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter, this book is being written by a master. Damn, lots of flavor in this cracker, I make it up often. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking
really
and
like
laughter,
that.
cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter, this book is being written by a master. Damn, lots of flavor in this cracker, I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong, and I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yes. What you said, the modern. Oh.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream
yeah,
of
I hear
digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and
You can literally just use this one plug-in to get your tone. That's kind of incredible. I have this, but I rarely use it. What other ones I got? Let's see what else I don't. I got tons of shit, bro. Let's see. Abbey Road Saturator. That's all right. It gets a little harsh. Um, Black Box, always a goat. Oh, I think people don't talk about the Alicia character much.
digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered, but my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter, cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter, this book is being
And you can mid-size.
digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep.
So you want me to use the VCL4 or not? I'm a little confused. So you do. Let me see. Let me go back to it. I'm a little confused. Oh, wait. Whoops. Yep. Let me just go ahead and skip to that. I'm going to have to try that channel strip out ASAP. Let me go ahead and download this trial. Yeet. Did it do it? Am I doing it? Oh, okay, here we go. Run it. Nope, I don't need all that. I'll just go with the AU. It's fine. All right, boom, bam, bada boom, bop, bow. All right, let's go ahead and do this thing on Studio One. New plugin. Yeah, man, look at his RAM usage. What in the heebie-jeebie? All right, anyway. All right, let's see what it do. All right. I'm going to add the VCL on there. Start trial.
Digging deep. That means he
Oh, wait. Let me go here.
digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with smoking and laughter. Cause it helps me when I'm coping with disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter. This book is being written by a master. Damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong. And I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick something and stay with it. So I picked up the words now. Watch me play with it. They made me write it all down when I wouldn't behave with it. I wrote with the pen till I learned the pain with it. The pictures helped me get to the stage with it. Now I'm on the stage with it. God, I'm so insane with it. I had to
I like how gentle it is.
digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and tattered, cracked open and shattered, filled with
Like a
smoking
real
and laughter.
G-Jack.
Cause it helps me when I'm coping
Like a
with
real one.
disaster. I'm soaking up this chapter. This book is being written by a master. Damn, lots of flavor in this cracker. I make it up as I go along. Keeps me going, keeps me strong. And I know it's wrong. That's why I wrote this song. When I write, I like to put the passion in. It's about the smiling and the laughing, not the cashing in. They said pick something and stay with it. So I picked up the words.
Wow. I almost caught myself. I couldn't stop listening to it.
Digging deep.
Listen, now listen to
That
this.
means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheek.
Yeah, the pumping is ass, bro.
That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But
Yeah, it's weird how, this bundle it costs about $300 to $400, and the pumping is ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. Like, could it be that we don't understand? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the flip? Let's try this guy. Let's see what he does.
digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something.
Like, so far, the way they like the way these presets are set up, it's more like
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be
yeah, man, ass. Like, it seems like these presets are made like this thing should be treated like a limiter because you hit that thing, it's gonna knock it and it's gonna punch it and it's not gonna sound good. It's not gonna sound good. Like, I got a plugin that came with the Studio One. Not came with it, but it's designed by this DAW company that sounds better than a third party who actually has a license from TubeTech to put their name on their plugin. You know what I mean? Like, and then you got this company, that they know what a good plugin or a good compressor sounds like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, you know what? Other 1070. So let's compare 1073 emulations. That would be kind of cool. I like the T-Rex one. I like what we already got the whatchamacallit up there. This isn't really a 73. I think Antelope has one. Oh, I didn't download, or is it AA? I didn't even download on this computer yet. But I know that the Lindell 80 channel is a Neve. So let me just switch it to 1073, turn all this other stuff off. Let's see how it sounds. Let's do a shootout. I'm gonna do a little bit of saturation on on all these with the mic. Turn the inputs up there. And then I think I already did it on, I already did it on this one. So let's see, what is this? 4 plus 4. Let's go ahead and do plus 4. At 360 minus 4 almost. Let's go ahead and minus 4. Or close to 4. I think it's 3.8. Yep. Lindell. Let's just do the same thing. 4. 360 minus 4. Or close to 4. And I think I'll boost it to around 110. Yeah, come on. There we go. I think it was like 1. Or no. I took away. Oh no, I think I changed my mind. Yeah, I boosted by. I don't even know. It's not telling me anymore. I just boosted a little bit. Let's just boost a little bit there. Boosted. Okay. And then, all right, let's see how they sound. Let's go ahead and flip through them. Let's see what they do. Scale it down so we can fit them all. Come on, T-Rex. Get in there, baby. Yep. This is fun. And then this one. So I'm just going to hit the bypass. That's new. I didn't know they do that now. Oh. And then boom. So we keep all these up. All right, let's go. Let's hear how it goes.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole, I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered. But my mind is all broken and
the gain matching is definitely different.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing.
I think the T-Rex one has a lot more mid-range going on.
Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you. Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something. But right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time I'm
So I'm finding that the T-Rex one is way more aggressive I would put the Lindell at second place in the middle, and in this the Arturia one to be a lot more like lit, like the smooth character that we expect from a 1073. You know what I mean? Um, Definitely like if I had to pick between the two or between the three, I probably would go with the Lindell one, because I get a little bit of both. But definitely the that Arturia one is just so smooth. And then maybe if I want a little bit more like aggressive modern, I guess like this would be the character of a modern 1073. You know, with like new components, all new everything. You know what I'm saying?
Digging deep. That means even in the hole I still digging deep. That means even deep, digging deep. That means even in the hole I still raise the bar too far for you to reach. I'll be lounging on the beach and pounding on the cheeks. I dream of digging in my pockets just to find something, but right now I dig in my noggin and try to rhyme something. Most of the time my mind is bluffing. I had to dig deep to find the rhymes that mattered.
It's just something about that 1073 and tube compressor duo that it just sounds amazing. Like it just sounds good. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's 2 hours on the stream, yo. Um, we did. Thank you for participating and asking questions and giving input. Um, I think I'm gonna sign off because I gotta start. I'm working out now. I gotta, I gotta get right. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was dope. I think I'm gonna try these different techniques now that with the 1073 and the. I'm almost to the point of selling. You know what, man? I don't even now that I think I don't even use Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't even use the tube tech, like the soft tube stuff. I don't even use the EQ anymore. That was my go-to EQ, the EQP here, but I've moved so far past it that I've like the Better Maker EQ. It's the best of both worlds. It's modern, sounds really good, but it has the EQ, the Pool Tech character without the compromise. You know what I'm saying? That Better Maker is a beast, and I might end up selling my tube tech stuff. It's a sad realization that I've come to now, like, cause that's the bundle that I was going to on a daily. But since then, I've come to refine my sound, and that Better Maker, along with a few other tools that I got, it just I've been getting better results, and I haven't looked back. Yeah, it's impressive how good it is. Like when I do the low, like that 30 boost, the 30 hertz boost. What? It's incredible, incredible. Yeah, you're right. It's one. I think it's a 1-to-1. It's a 1-to-1, bro. I was hoping that they would get the Better Maker limiter before they did the Brainworks True Peak or the Better Maker compressor, but I'm happy with both. I'm happy with what we got. You know what I mean? It sounds so good on vocals too. Like just as a vocal EQ for that. Like once you got your cleaning done, you put the vocal or you put the Better Maker on there. What? Yes, exactly. Yep. And the mid-side function, that mid-side function is nothing to joke about. That thing is serious. Very good stuff. But if there is no more questions, I think I'm gonna call it a night, y'all. I really appreciate y'all tuning in with me. This is a good talk. I mean, you can also go back, review the video for what we talked about earlier. Again, this is Tori G, mixed by ToriG.com. Join my newsletter. I'm gonna get that started pretty soon. It should keep you guys informed about things that I got going on. Cause pretty soon, I'm gonna be doing a bunch of collaborations with some top engineers and linking up with some like some upcoming artists. And I don't mean upcoming artists locally in the neighborhood. I mean upcoming artists, like I'm talking about, that have the potential to be very, very successful. Um, so yeah, stay tuned with that. Stay tuned for plug-in releases. I actually got one video that I plan on doing, which is the Techivation TDSer. They've recently updated it, and I want to do like a follow-up video on like what I like about the new features. Um, Plugin Alliance has hit me up. We got new plugins coming out, or well, we have a new plugin that I'm aware of coming out pretty soon. Um, and if you guys have any requests, hit me up. Let me know. I am available. I'm on Instagram, or you can just hit me up somehow on YouTube, or just go ahead and get my information from my mixedbytoryg.com. All right, man. Y'all take it easy.